υπόθεση μου κάνετε πως είσαστε? Καλώς ορίσατε στο πρώτο τελευταίο επεισόδιο της σειράς Call of JUAREZ GUNSLINGER.
They were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse to the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop. Well, I assumed the Wild Bunch was likely in the still intact part of the train high above, so I had no choice but to make my way up through the passenger cars. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
Δεν είναι εδώ λύση. Α, βρήκα ένα μυστικό. Από εδώ. Πρόλαβα, δικαιώσε. Έπεσε στο τρένο. Άρα ότι θες από εδώ πέρα να είμαστε καλυμμένοι, τι είναι αυτό?
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
Α, να το τρένο ρε. Έτσι να την άχανε. Πήγαμε.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say? I can't hear it.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there.
Άλλο είναι. Άλλο είναι. Α, sorry. Λοιπόν, θα πάρω αυτά. Πήγαμε. Κάμπο το πετρέ.
From the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Δεν θέλω κάτι πιο μεγάλο. Danger. Όχι, αυτό πάει που έχω μέχρι στιγμής.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
How's that, παιδιά?
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Η μάχη γίνεται τώρα στα τρένα, Όχι ρε φίλε. Λάθος κουμπί. Να βρήκαμε κι άλλο φυσικό.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights, but I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway, so I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
God damn him!
Ανοίγει η πόρτα. Από πάνω. Από εδώ πάνω. Όσο είναι δύσκολο.
Times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Για άλλο μυστικό βρήκαμε. Για άλλο μυστικό βρήκαμε. New level. Μπορώ να κάνω εγώ. Ανεβάω το level μου, Counter FSS. Get your last weather events. Έλα ανέβα. Έλα ανέβα. Είχε σκάλε.
I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
Like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about. Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Κάτι συμβαίνει εδώ πέρα. Όλοι αυτοί εδώ πέρα ρε φίλε ποιοι είναι? Joel, Eros, Jeff, Carl, Jim, Kelliger. Όπου όλοι αυτοί είναι οι εχθροί μας,
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
Who the hell is that? Retreat! He's killing everybody!
Πολλά γιάπλα. Πίσα τα κιόλας. Τα κι άλλοι εδώ.
Those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they?
Πολλά λεπτά, πάρα πολλά λεπτά. Chase the white fun.
Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down front to stay on old Bob's trail.
Τους άλλους μάγκας θα. Τώρα τον είδα, γαμώ το. Πάμε πάλι. Αυτή η διαδική δεν είναι. Κάτω. Μου είναι το συνάδω από εκεί πέρα. Α, και πολύ. Έχει επικίνδυνη. Τι έγινε ρε παιδιά?
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nose Curry.
Who's he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Να το προλάβω. Μπράβο! Δύο σκοτωθήκαμε. Πάμε πάλι. Τράβα. Πάλι τα ίδια. Πρέπει να είναι πιο γρήγορο πιστόλι, πρέπει να είναι. Δύσκολη μονομαχία. Ανεφόκους. Θα τα καταφέρουμε τώρα. Τον έχω. Τράβα.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
Πήγανε στη South America. Αυτή είναι η αρχηγή.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he? Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Άλλο τα παιδιά. Κρατήσου, δεν μας βλέπω καλά. Άλλα το
We don't kill him. It'll kill us.
Ανάσα.
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Μαλάδια. Άλλες φέρες. Καθάρισα. Για αυτό τον καθάρισα.
Old Bob wasn't among them. Neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts.
Find clues. Πρέπει να βρω στοιχεία. Όχι ρε. Βρήκα στοιχεία. Εδώ. Α.
And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific.
Εδώ, το τρένο.
The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports.
Πάμε εκεί πέρα. Πάμε εκεί πέρα.
Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was going to rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me.
Κάσιγα, μοιαζόμαστε.
The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
Hey, you did that. It's you or me.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
Okay.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Ready for a belly full of bloodshot.
Nothing you do, begin it. New level. Making time. Okay.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't going to work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Από εδώ πέρα η λύση. Πάμε. πάει τώρα. Ό,τι υπάρχει λύση. Αυτό πρέπει να ήρθα ρε.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was going to have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
Kill that SUV!
Finally, I found those boys, or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazy! You're than a damn fruit cutter! Ain't no space to hide from me!
Εδώ πάνω ρε. Έτσι που ήθελα να το βάλω και στο δύσκολο.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Ένα machine gun λέει. Πώς ο κακός. Ο Kid Curry. Λες ρε φίλε μου κάτι ιστορίες.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Συγγερός. άφηγα, εγώ φταίω.
Show yourself!
Tunnel down. That's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Τσάξε. Αν πάλι. Δύσκολος αγώνας.
Fast as he was, I was just faster. And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me, "Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him."
Μάλιστα. Τη γλίτωσα.
Those were his last words.
Μάλιστα.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kind of glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang.
Μάλιστα.
Did I neglect to mention that?
Επεισόδιο 8. Αυτό είναι το τελευταίο επεισόδιο.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
παλιά τα όπλα,
Bullets were flying at me from every which way.
Λοιπόν και
But I
υπόψη,
knew I'd
κάτσε
have
ρε,
to find
απελήσω.
my way forward if I was gonna find this gem.
Εντάξει, τέλειωσες. Λοιπόν και υπόψες. Είναι το τρένο, έτσι. Λοιπόν και υπόψες, φτάσαμε στο τέλος του επεισοδίου μας. Είναι το πρώτο τελευταίο επεισόδιο. Φτάσαμε στο τέλος του πρώτου τελευταίου επεισοδίου. Είναι στο επόμενο επεισόδιο να είναι το τελευταίο μας επεισόδιο, το οποίο αποχαιρετάμε το Call of Juarez GUNSLINGER, το οποίο ήταν πάρα πολύ ωραίο. Το χάρηκα πάρα πολύ, καουμπόικο ήταν και ότι σε αναζήτηση και καλά αυτός ο οποίος ήταν εκείνος ο οποίος έφτανε να βρει τους bounty hunters, εκείνους τους επικηρυγμένους για να τους σκοτώσει. Και όταν τους σκότωνε πήγε μια αμοιβή γι' αυτό. Σε όλα τη διάρκεια των επεισοδίων πολύ απλά εξηγούσε μια ιστορία που ο ίδιος πέρασε μέχρι να τους βρει αυτούς εκεί πέρα. Εντάξει παιδιά, λοιπόν εμείς προετοιμαζόμαστε για το επόμενο επεισόδιο για να είμαστε πιο δυνατοί για να ολοκληρώσουμε και να τερματίσουμε αυτό το παιχνίδι. Εντάξει παιδιά, λοιπόν αυτά.